I'm Haley Taylor, and you're listening to the Rough Draft Diaries. Last week on the Rough Draft Diaries, we heard from poet Drew Coomer, whose connections were
Dee Brown from Delightful Art. Johnny McIntyre is a local poet. Another person that you should talk to is Michael Grover.
Now, I have interviewed a few different artists on the Rough Draft Diaries before, so in the name of variety, I was a little hesitant to interview another. But to be fair, this one is a little different from the rest. She does own her own art gallery, and she is quite possibly the most cheerful person that has ever been on the Rough Draft Diaries.
Hi, I am Dee Brown, and my day is spectacular because I drove a car, and I did a Snapchat, and I worked.
Dee runs a nonprofit art gallery in downtown Toledo called Delightful Art with Dee. We're actually sitting in the 3,000 square foot space as we chat. She mentions I came at the perfect time as the art that is currently hanging on the wall is just about to come down for next month's installation.
Well, I can actually tell you close to how many pieces are on the walls because I hang nearly 300 pieces just on the walls every month, and that's from anywhere between 30 to 40 different artists, and then there's also all the art on the shelves, so we probably have somewhere near 400 plus pieces of art in the gallery itself, so there's something to see for a really long time. I like to bring a lot of local artists, some regional and some from slightly farther away, artists from all around to show people what kind of spectacular work there is in Toledo, and this is a space to come and see it. It's very fun. I love being here. It's Delightful Art with Dee.
But it's not just an art gallery. The space doubles for different events that Dee organizes for the people of Toledo.
We do open mic nights, we do private events, we do art shows every month on the third Thursday of every month. So it's a very alive, very dynamic space that otherwise would just be plain walls.
And Dee fills those walls with all different kinds of art. It's a theme that continues throughout our conversation, to be inclusive.
You can be a nail artist, or you can be a hair artist, or you can be a musician. That is all art. We are an inclusive gallery. I'm going to say that again because it is all art. As long as you can find a way to display your art here, and like I said, it's family friendly, as in I don't have to explain to your children what that is on the wall, then you can bring it here and I'll put it up for you. There is a fee, but you got to keep the nonprofit going somewhere to help people. So.
Dee started the art gallery on 12/13/14, so just over a year ago. But the foundations of Delightful Art began long before that, when Dee was a student at Findlay High School.
One of my greatest inspirations was Nancy Frankenfield, and she was one of my art teachers in high school, and she had started late in life with school and everything, and she was such an inspiration to teach people no matter what gets in front of you in life, you can always keep going. So not only did she bring the art, but she brought the inspiration to strive ahead in life. I went to the University of Toledo and graduated 2013. Thomas Lingman was my sculpture professor there, and he also inspired me to keep grabbing for my dreams and do what I wanted, but he was really about helping the community.
So with those two teachers and those two ideas, art and supporting the community, Dee's dream of starting an art gallery was born. Well, there's one more thing that inspired Dee's gallery. It was a need to establish a strong connection between the art she created and the person she was.
Everybody has really bad things that happen to them that either bring you to be a better person and do better things, or to become a craggly person. So it really depends on where you go with it, and art has kept me sane, and I've been through a lot. There's been a lot of really negative things that have happened to me, and I would like to make sure that people who also had negative things happen to them have a good outlet, a nice place to go to see pretty things, to create pretty things, to become better people themselves. So that's why we're here,
Now that the gallery is well over celebrating its first year of business, Dee's energy is now being focused into creating a fresh space for new ideas. She wants to organize diverse events that cater to a broad audience, while still bringing in a steady stream of artwork to be hung on the walls each month. So how do you keep up with those demands? Well, Dee has some ideas.
There's a lot of me in my head. No, just kidding. No, seriously, I get a lot of advice from people I talk to all the time because I have a lot of friends, but I move at such a fast pace, and I come up with so many creative ideas in just conversations. It's like, oh, I gotta try that. And I just had like 6 ideas in a row, and maybe only one of them works, but still, it's,
Dee gave us some ideas for the next episode of the Rough Draft Diaries. She mentioned,
have you looked into the Toledo Streets newspaper yet? Very, very amazing. The Toledo Streets newspaper. Look for Courtney Billion, so that's 2. And then also Lillian Briggs. Have you talked to her yet? Amazing. Promise House Project.
I'm Haley Taylor, and you'll have to tune in next time to see who I pick on the Rough Draft Diaries.